my name is Tim Coleman. I am a documentary filmmaker and a journalist and a photographer. I've had hepatitis C now for probably 37 odd years. Got it in my 20s, I'm now 57. Got it from contaminated blood. I didn't find out that I had the disease until about 10 years ago, when I started to get very, very ill. I had like flu-like symptoms. I was extremely tired all the time. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Because of the effects of the illness, I had to abandon my career. Put it really on the back burner because I was getting very, very tired all the time. So I could no longer make films. I could no longer direct films. So I had to adjust my lifestyle and my career and everything in my life according to the amount of energy I had. You see here is 3 months supply of sofosbuvir and declatosfir. That treatment, those drugs cost £60,000 in England. And I need there's the 3 months, I need 6 months, so that would be £120,000 in total, which is a huge sum of money, and I could not afford it. So I was having to wait for the National Health Service to offer me the treatment, which they still have not done, and nor are they going to for another year or so, which is another year of being very sick. I was very lucky in many ways. I happened to be flying from Sharm el-Sheikh to Cairo because I was working on a photographic book on Egypt, and I picked up the in-flight magazine for Egypt Air, and there was an advert for Tour and Cure, and it was saying you can get the new direct-acting antivirals very cheaply. They were advertising for foreigners to come to Egypt and get these drugs because they are a fraction of the price. So I was completely amazed, delighted. I then phoned up the company. I got to speak to a Dr. Sharif, who was an extremely kind man, was very, very helpful. Immediately took me to a lab to get my blood tested, find out what the viral load was and the state of my liver and what have you. Which I might add they paid for, which is extremely generous of them. I then asked them how much the drugs would be, and they said around about £1,200. So I said fine, that's great. And then I was taken to see Dr. Gamel Esmat, who is a leading hepatologist, again arranged by Dr. Sharif, which is incredibly kind of him. I got to see Dr. Esmat the next day. He looked at my results. He said, okay, we need to prescribe you sofosbuvir and declatosfir and ribavirin for 6 months. And he generously offered me the treatment for free, which completely amazed me. I was just sort of kind of beside myself with gratitude. It's very hard to explain. When you've been ill as long as I have, and you've gone through 2 treatments that have failed, and you're looking forward to an early death, I can tell you that means more than anything else. And after 2 weeks I had another blood test, and the virus is undetectable, was undetectable. So that's fantastic. And I've had another blood test, and 3 months into the treatment, and again the virus is undetectable. So that's fantastic news. So I have another 3 months to go, and then the treatment will be finished, and then I have to wait 3 months. And if after 3 months the virus is still undetectable, then finally this absolute nightmare could be over. And there's a very good chance that that's actually going to happen. I feel extremely confident this is going to happen. But you never know. However, chances are really good, and the opportunity has been given to me by these amazing people at Tour and Cure, and I can't tell you how fantastically happy I am about that, no matter what the outcome is. Thank you so much indeed. Thank you very, very, very much. And I hope other people can take advantage of this. This is a fantastic opportunity for people who are living abroad and outside of Egypt to get these drugs far more cheaply than they could possibly ever do in their own countries. As I said, the NHS here, the National Health Service here, is still refusing to treat me. They will not treat me for another 6 months, maybe a year, and who knows how much longer, because they've delayed and delayed and delayed because of the expense of these drugs. You don't have to wait. You can go to Cairo, you can get those drugs very, very cheaply, and you can potentially be cured. So I wouldn't hesitate to do that, quite frankly. So, once again, thank you to Cure, and here's hoping it works.